The basic NLP presuppositions and assumptions. What are these NLP presuppositions? NLP presuppositions are foundational beliefs or assumptions that form the basis of NLP principles and techniques. These presuppositions serve as guiding principles in understanding human behavior, communication, and personal change. They provide a framework for effective communication, personal growth, and achieving desired outcomes. Here are the NLP presuppositions. 1. The map is not the territory. This presupposition emphasizes that our perception of reality is not the same as reality itself. Each person has their own unique interpretation or map of the world, influenced by their beliefs, values, experiences, and filters. This means that our understanding of something is subjective and may not necessarily reflect the objective truth. For example, two people witnessing the same event may have different interpretations or perceptions of what happened based on their individual maps. In order to successfully influence and persuade anyone, you should have an understanding of their map of the world. 2. People respond according to their map of the world. This suggests that people's behaviors and responses are based on their own internal representation or understanding of the world. Each person filters incoming information through their own beliefs, values, and experiences, and therefore, their responses are influenced by their subjective map. For instance, if someone has a fear of dogs due to a past traumatic experience, they may respond with anxiety or avoidance when encountering a dog. Therefore, people's behaviors and responses are influenced by their internal representations and understanding of the world. Each person's unique map shapes their perception and interpretation of incoming information. The more developed one's senses are, the better their maps will be. We understand the world through our senses: visually through our eyes, auditory via our ears and hearing, kinesthetically via touch and feeling, olfactory through the nose and smelling, and gustatory through tasting and eating. 3. There is no failure, only feedback. This presupposition views failures or setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth rather than permanent defeats. It suggests that every experience, even if it doesn't go as planned, provides valuable feedback that can be used to adjust and improve future actions. Napoleon Hill would say, "There is no such thing as failure, only temporary defeat." Instead of perceiving a negative outcome as a failure, it is seen as feedback that can guide and inform future decisions and strategies. For example, a salesperson may not close a deal with a client, but instead of considering it a failure, they view it as feedback to refine their sales approach. In short, this presupposition views failures or setbacks as learning opportunities rather than permanent defeats. It suggests that every experience, even if it doesn't go as planned, provides valuable feedback that can be used to adjust and improve future actions. 4. The meaning of the communication is the response it elicits. This presupposition highlights the importance of the recipient's response in determining the effectiveness and meaning of a communication. It suggests that the intended message is less important than the actual response it elicits from the listener or reader. The meaning is derived from how the communication is interpreted and understood by the receiver. For instance, if someone tells a joke and it elicits laughter from the audience, the meaning of the communication is that the joke was funny. If your target audience is highly resistant or antagonistic, it's highly likely that there is no rapport. 5. If what you're doing isn't working, do something different. This presupposition encourages flexibility and the willingness to change strategies or approaches when faced with unsatisfactory results. It suggests that if a particular action or behavior is not producing the desired outcome, it is necessary to try something new or different. By adapting and experimenting with different approaches, individuals can increase their chances of achieving their goals. For example, if a student is struggling to understand a complex math concept through self-study, they may seek help from a tutor or try a different learning resource. Therefore, this presupposition encourages flexibility and the willingness to change strategies or approaches when faced with unsatisfactory results. It emphasizes the importance of adapting and experimenting to achieve desired outcomes. 6. You are always communicating. This presupposition states that communication is inevitable and goes beyond just verbal exchanges. It recognizes that humans are constantly communicating through various channels, including body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and even silence. Even when someone is not actively speaking or expressing themselves, they are still conveying information and sending signals that can be interpreted by others. For example, someone who avoids eye contact and crosses their arms during a conversation may be communicating discomfort or defensiveness. This presupposition, therefore, states that communication is inevitable and extends beyond verbal exchanges. It acknowledges that humans are constantly communicating through various channels, including body language, tone of voice, and nonverbal cues. 7. Individuals have all the resources they need to achieve their desired outcomes. This presupposition assumes that individuals possess within themselves the necessary resources, capabilities, and potential to achieve their desired goals and outcomes. It suggests that everyone has the ability to tap into their internal resources, such as creativity, resilience, determination, and problem-solving skills, to overcome challenges and achieve success. For instance, if someone wants to learn a new language, they have the capacity to access resources like language learning materials, practice opportunities, and motivation. 8. Every behavior has a positive intent. This presupposition suggests that behind every behavior there is a positive intention or purpose, even if it may not be immediately apparent. It acknowledges that people generally act in ways they believe will bring them some benefit, whether it is to fulfill a need, protect themselves, gain approval, or seek pleasure. Understanding the positive intent behind someone's behavior can help foster empathy and enable more effective communication and problem solving. For example, if someone is overly controlling in a group project, their positive intent might be to ensure a high-quality outcome or to avoid mistakes. 9. People are much more than their behavior. This presupposition acknowledges that individuals are complex beings with multifaceted identities and qualities. It suggests that people should not be defined solely by their behaviors, as behaviors can change and vary in different contexts. It emphasizes the importance of considering a person's values, beliefs, experiences, emotions, and potential when understanding and interacting with them. For example, someone may exhibit aggressive behavior in a competitive sports setting, but that behavior alone does not capture their entire personality or define them as a person. 10. The mind and body are interlinked and affect each other. This presupposition recognizes the interconnectedness between the mind and body, suggesting that changes in one can influence the other. It emphasizes the mind-body connection and how mental states, thoughts, and emotions can impact physical well-being, and vice versa. For example, stress and anxiety can manifest as physical symptoms like headaches or muscle tension, while engaging in physical exercise can boost mood and improve mental well-being. 11. Having choice is better than not having choice. This presupposition highlights the value and importance of having choices and options. It suggests that having the ability to make choices empowers individuals and allows them to have control over their lives. Even if some choices may be limited or constrained, acknowledging and exercising the available choices can lead to a greater sense of autonomy and personal fulfillment. For example, in a job search, having multiple job offers provides the opportunity to select the most suitable option based on personal preferences and career goals. 12. Modeling successful performance leads to excellence. This presupposition suggests that observing and studying successful individuals or models can provide valuable insights and strategies for achieving excellence in a particular domain. By modeling their behaviors, mindset, and techniques, individuals can learn from those who have already achieved the desired outcome. This presupposition emphasizes the importance of studying and replicating successful patterns rather than starting from scratch. For example, a budding entrepreneur might study the strategies and approaches used by successful business leaders to increase their own chances of success. 13. Chunking. Anything can be achieved by taking baby steps. Rome was not built in one day. In order to achieve big goals, chunk it down and take one step at a time progressively.
A Skeleto.com course.